I'm going to Alaska. Come check out our home for the next week. Hi, Michelle here from Travelling Over 60. Come join me on this adventure. Okay, we've pulled away from Canada Place and we're heading under the Lions Gate Bridge to start our cruise. But first, let's take a look at the Holland America Koningsdam. Okay, let's start our tour on deck 3. First of all, I just want to talk about this sign. Now, there's 3 banks of lifts across the ship. The front, the back and the middle pretty much. And at each one, there is this sign. It's going to tell you where everything is. So if you want to know where something is, find the bank of lifts and go and read the sign. But you don't need to read the sign right now because I'm going to show you. Let's go. Let's start right at the end with the world stage. So this is their theatre on the Koningsdam, and I'm going to show you. So it's on 2 levels. This is deck 3, and deck 2 doors are over there to the left, sort of in the middle of the screen there. Little greeny blue light, and the same on this side, about the middle of the screen. And this is the seating. Now all the accessibility seating is down the front. I'll zoom in so you can see. You can see all the way along the front there is accessible. You come in off deck 2, it's all ramps, no problems. But if you wanted to come in on level 3, you can see there's a whole lot of steps here. Zoom back out. There's a whole lot of steps here. Now, looking this way, there is one spot here for a wheelchair. And if you have anybody with you, they can sit along these seats. Just look if there might be one up this other end here. No. So this would be the same on the other side as well. Just one wheelchair space. As you can see, there's no seat there. But otherwise, if you just have a mobility problem where you can't do stairs or something to that effect, you have a walker or a walking stick, you would be able to come in and just take a seat along these few seats here. Let's jump down to deck 2 and have a look at the world stage from down there. That was the world stage. Getting to the world stage, it's all flat. The whole ship, you can get around. There's lifts, or elevators as they call them. And then the ground's all flat. There's not too many places where there's stairs. Now they've just told us they're cleaning in here, so I'm just trying to be careful of that cord, and we have to make our way round their cleaning signs, and we're just coming in through the door here on deck 2. Stairs off to the left there, I'll show you in a minute. But as you can see, there's plenty of seating on this level. So if you don't want to use the stairs, then you can just come in and then pick one of these seats. If you're in a wheelchair, they do have the spaces right down the front there. Now just showing you the stairs, if you do want to go up higher, you can do that from this level as well. This is what it looks like. Now what I will say is if you want some seats, you need to come early. Although there's nobody here for this talk. But let's jump back upstairs. Just outside of the world stage entry is bathrooms. That's the men's, and the women's are on the other side. Let's keep going. So walking down this way, we come across the lifts. There's 3 lifts, 3 banks rather, of lifts. This is one of them, and this is the casino. Now, I'm not going to video through the casino. You know what a casino looks like. There's a bar in the casino. Okay, coming out of the casino, last little bit there. This is BB King's, and you can see it's also on 2 levels. We're on deck 3, and down there on deck 2, there's a lot more seating. The stage, they have some great music in there. Keeping walking, there's some shops. Just the usual sort of shops that are on a cruise ship. They have jewelry shops, they have their merchandise. And walking on further here. Now, coming up here is the Dutch cafe. Oops, we'll just step back here. There is toilets up here as well. Washrooms in this part of the world. And restrooms if you're on a ship. So this is where the women's... Oh, this one has women's and men in the one spot. Usually what they do is one side's women, one side's men. They were accessible ones, I think. Yes. Walking down here. Coming up to the Dutch cafe. Best hot chocolate anywhere. Another bank of lifts and doors to go outside. Well, you can't see the view because of the lifeboats, but it's a beautiful view this morning. There we go, Dutch cafe. They have a whole lot of seating, or you can just get it and take it away. Looking down over the edge here, or in the distance there, is guest services. Over there. And usually if you have a problem with the internet, you can go just over to the side there. Looking down. That's where the art gallery is with all the art. Walking past the Dutch cafe, we're coming up to where all the photos are. So they have the gallery where all the photos that you have when you get on board are normally all lined up here in little slots like you would get a long time ago. Nowadays they tend to be digital, but these ones still have the actual photos you can look at. But of course there's none out because it's very early in the morning. So that's the photo area. Continuing down here, a women's toilet in front of me, and the dining room. Come around the corner, another bank of lifts or elevators, and this is the main dining area. And we'll see if we can have a bit of a look in here. This is on deck 3, and as you can see, it's huge. Beautiful. Usually if you have set time dining, you come up to deck 3, or you go down to deck 2 if you want any time dining, where you just walk up for whatever time you want. But it's the same, top and bottom, same food. And that is deck 3. Let's move on to another deck. Let's head down to deck 2 and finish off what's down there. We're on deck 2. This is the other part of the dining room. As you can see, it looks just the same as upstairs. Just if you don't have a time for dining, you just come, check in at the desk, line up and wait. Let's go this way. So back this way, walking through here. Nice little seated area there. This is Club Orange on the left. So you can sit along here where the windows are, or along this side here is the Club Orange dining area. They have a separate dining. I think you still have to make a booking, pick a time, but that's it there. And if you're waiting, you can sit and enjoy the view. Want to have another look? Oh, the windows are a bit wet down here, but let's see what we can see. Nice. Moving on here, there's a bar. Walking up this area. This is the Ocean Bar. So again, nice little seating. Separated out into like two little sections. There's a piano at the end here where they're sometimes playing. And there's the next little area and a bar just in front. Over this way is Rudy's, which is one of the specialty restaurants. And there's that bar again. Looking over here, this is what I was showing before, the art gallery. There's also conference rooms and things downstairs. And this restaurant here is the Pinnacle Grill. We had dinner there last night. It was lovely. Pinnacle Grill. Okay, walking this way. We're back to another bank of lifts. Let's walk through here. So just looking again, that was Club Orange down there, the Ocean Bar, restaurants. Walking back this way. There's some more shops. But you can discover the shops for yourself. Now walking down here a little bit further, we come to BB King's Blues Club. Now remember I showed you upstairs on deck 3 and we looked down into it. This is down on deck 2 and you might note that there's a ramp there and plenty of seating. Now you might be wondering why all the shops are closed. Well, that's because it's really early. When I do a ship tour or even a hotel tour, I tend to be up with the cleaners and I get up really early before other people are out and about. And that way I don't get anyone's face in the videos. Okay, let me show you these two rooms. So these two rooms are entertainment rooms as well, and they're very interesting the way they work. So plenty of seating, accessible, but you've got to get here early if you want one of those seats. And this is how it works. Pick which room you like best is my tip, and get a seat and just stay all night. Now, if you're lucky enough, you might be able to work between the two venues. But they start playing in one, they play for 45 minutes, then you come across, this one's called the Billboard, and in here is 2 pianos, dueling pianos. Plenty of seating in here as well, if you're lucky. And then they'll play for 45 minutes. And then they swap backwards and forwards right through the night. So that's why I gave you the tip. Sit in one of the places and just listen to the other one. For us, when we were sailing, we never got a seat in there. Now we've been here. Good morning. Walking around here. they have a library. If you're looking for a book to read, or if you're really tight on packing and can't pack your book, there's plenty in there. The library. And up here a bit further is going to be the theatre. Now moving on to another deck. We're going to go up to deck 9 because 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 are all just cabins. So the next deck that has anything of interest is on deck 9. And you're going to get a little bit of a sneak peek because when I was videoing deck 9, we were in a very special place. Take a look. Wow, how's this for a sneak peek? Now's a good time for me to ask you if you're liking this video, if you're getting any good information out of it, give me a thumbs up, but let's keep going. Let's start deck 9 from here. What a view. So we're coming into Glacier Bay today. This is a few days that I've been on the ship and I'm up very early before people are around. So that's our view for this morning, but let's have a look what's on deck 9. Lots of seating, and over here is a spa and a pool. And I'm not sure if you can see the steam coming off or not, but it's freezing outside here and the pools are heated. There's been people in them, so they mustn't be too cold, must be warm enough. Okay, moving on. Just showing you the deck. It's deck all the way. Flat, no steps or anything. And you can see there's a lift to get you into the pool. Now once you get in the pool, you can either go into that deep part of the pool or there is a shallow part here. So that's all you're after. Coming back down here, this is the Lido deck, which is where your buffet is. Now there's plenty of tables and chairs. They set them up out here as well. But then you go inside. Good morning. And we come into the buffet. Now I'm not going to video the buffet because you can discover that for yourself. I can show you roughly how they're set up, but I'm not going to do each little dish that they're serving. They have all the tables set up in here. This is the hand washing station. Make sure you do that. That's a big hazard if you don't. Tea and coffee. Cups. Nothing's open yet because it's very early. They're just showing you along there all the different stations. You just walk along and find what you're after. They have fruit and hot foods and cereal and yogurts and things like that. So there's any amount of food here. You'll never starve. Sneak peek. You can see there's breads and things there. And this is the fruit station. That's all that's open for now. Continuing through, we've left where the buffet is. Walking through here, there's a bar on the right. Plenty of seating. Everybody's seeing seals. And if you want to see what we saw out the window, that's coming up in another video. Now this is another pool. And spa area. I'm not sure that this one is heated. But there you go. Walking all the way up here. Past the pool is the spa area. On embarkation day, they were offering tours of the Greenhouse Spa and Salon. Now, I don't normally use the spa, but seeing as they were offering the tour, we did go in and have a look. This is just going to give you a quick look. These are the treatment rooms. Now, if you want to go to the salon, they have nail and hair salons. And the whole time we were wandering around, they were offering us special prices for certain things. Now over here, these are the heated lounges. They were amazing, and they came with an amazing view. There was also the thermal spa. Lots of people love this, but it's not for me. Okay, we're back outside now. Let's continue on with our tour down this corridor. We're still on deck 9. And we're coming up to my hazard. I wonder if anyone can guess what that hazard is. Here it is. There's the gym. There is more in front where you can stand where the windows are. But you're never going to find me in here. I'm on holidays. There we go. Moving on to deck 10. Let's have a look. Through this door was just all rooms. But if we turn around, you come through that door. You can see we're up on the upper deck of where the pool is. And down the end there you can see there's a bar, and I'll quickly walk down and show you. Plenty of beautiful seating up here. And let's have a look at the view. There's some little seals out there. You see in the water. There's a view for you. Just never stops. Keep walking up here. Right, so up here is like a little deli where you can get like just a light breakfast. From here, lots of seating up here. There we go. They're all still sitting after breakfast. This is the pizza, where you can get pizza, deli foods. Walking along here to see this is a bar. But of course, it's very early in the morning, as I keep reminding you all. I don't sleep much. Okay, so that's the panorama bar. Bathrooms. For women, the men are probably on the other side. Walking along here. And I think then the only other thing is going outside. And you can see, you can walk up the deck here. And the kids club and teens club's up that way as well. But we're not going there either. We might walk up and see what we see. Coming up here. Whew, did I mention it's cold? There'll be a whole nother video on what I found was best for what to wear. And that's just a game, a deck game that you can see seating. And then up the top there, which is another one of my hazards, there's a walking track. Not for me. Now back inside, this is the kids club, and just showing you where those doors were. So the doors that I went out are there and down to where the teens club is. So that's the end of that deck, and let's move on to deck 12 now. Now we're up to the crow's nest, the observation deck. And you have to come to the front of the bank of lifts that are at the front to get up to level 12. Now, this is going to be packed now because we're in Glacier Bay and everybody's here for the ranger talk. But this is it. Now, if you can see, there's a little craft room there. A little bit of a tip. When we got into the crow's nest on Glacier Bay Day, it was packed. You couldn't sit anywhere. But these were the last spots for the seats to fill up. People wanted to be at the back with the rangers, but you don't need to be there. You could just take a seat in here and you will hear what the ranger's saying because it comes over the speakers. The only thing will be is if they see a whale on the other side of the ship, and of course you can't see it from where you are, but if you're at the back of the ship with the ranger, you can quickly run across to the other side. But everybody does the same thing, so you still can't see real well. The other option is, if you've been lucky enough to book a veranda room, you can always just go back to your room, sit on your veranda, and you can hear the rangers talking through the speakers. And then this is the crow's nest. I don't have much footage of the crow's nest. We found that every time we went there, it was packed with people. And I suppose for people that don't have a veranda room, this is the perfect space for you to go to. The views out these windows that go all the way around is spectacular. This view is as we were leaving to go to Alaska. Now, I hope that's given you a bit of a look of the ship. Now, of course, I can't show you everything, but I'm hoping that you've enjoyed what I've showed you. Okay, coming up next in our next video, I'm going to be chatting with a lady that has a mobility restriction. Now, she's going to show us her room on the ship and talk to us a little bit about her equipment and whether she's found any hazards. So I hope you'll join me for that one. Okay, we're up to that bit where I ask for your help. If you like that video, can you help me out? Give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, can you subscribe to my channel? That just lets YouTube know to put it out to more people. It costs you nothing, but it helps me out a lot. Now, if you've got any questions, don't forget, leave them down below. And the share button is down there as well. If you want to share with your friends, maybe it's your traveling buddies that you want to share it with. And if you want to be notified for my next video, don't forget to tap that notification bell. And come along and join me on the rest of my adventure.